Hi everybody, welcome to my channel, Revive Beauty. My name is Donna, and I'm just so happy you're here. Today we have two projects. Project one, we're going to use this paper that you'll tell is very familiar because I use it a lot. It's one of my favorites. It's called Misty Garden. And we're going to use some V-Flex appliques. And we're going to use this Violin wood cutout I purchased from 24 Hour Crafts. And I'm so excited. I'm affiliate now and I have a coupon. If anyone is interested, you can get 10% off with my coupon. And I will leave that in the description below. So to start off, I'm going to paint this, give it a base coat of a white chalk paint. It's the one I pretty much use every time. It's a deco art and it's called Lace. It's getting really thick. It's getting really old. I have to continually water it down. As you can see that spraying it there just to thin it out. So this is probably one of my favorite projects so far. I just love it. You know, like to me, Dark and Moody and Violin music go together. Doesn't it give you that dark and moody vibe? So I got it painted. I think I'm gonna do some drying. Yeah, get it dry. And you'll see those music notes on the right there. Those, I really don't know what this is. I tried to show the tag. I got it at Goodwill. And it's like a material. Sort of like a burlap in a way, but I'm not quite sure what it is. But I'm sure if you looked on Google for vintage music notes, you could find something there. So I just traced out the violin and I'm just going to cut it out. It was really thick. So it wasn't thin like burlap, it was thicker. So I'm not sure what kind of material this is. But I had it, so I thought, oh, I'll just use it on this. So getting it all cut out. Getting it placed on there. Making sure it fits. So I usually water down my Mod Podge, but on this, because that was so thick, I decided that I was going to use the regular strength. I wasn't going to thin it out. So I'm just putting a coat of Mod Podge over the violin. Make sure that I have everything covered. Isn't decoupage amazing? How it can transform things. So I'm making sure it was all laid down. It went down really easy. I was surprised. So I'm just going over the top of it. Again, using the full strength because that material is so thick. So just want to thank everybody for your kind comments. I just feel so humbled and honored that you guys are enjoying my videos. Extremely grateful. So thank you very much. It's an exciting journey. And hopefully you can tell my videos are getting a little bit better. So just giving it a good dry. Make sure everything's down. So I'm using this paper. It's the Misty Garden. Like I said, you've seen it. I use it banner on my like little project screens there, and it's one of my favorites. And I'm just cutting out these flowers. Sort of laying them down, trying to figure out, the placement as I'm going along, which goes out the door because I end up placing them different. Aren't these pretty? Just love these colors together. And I know what it is about this paper, but I just love it. It doesn't look like much right now, but you guys wait. It makes a huge impact. So I will link the violin below and the discount code if you guys want to purchase it. So I've been reviewing their site. They have some cool stuff. And I also think they might have a bigger violin. I don't think I got the biggest that they have. So yeah, just trying to map these out. Which I don't use. So I laid the V-flicks down just to give an idea of how I want everything laid out. Looks like I'm still going to cut one more. So I'm continually cutting these. Trying to place them. It's almost like a puzzle piece, trying to figure them out. Okay, so I'm back at it. I'm going to start putting these down, and I am going to use thin out my Mod Podge, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say. I was just trying to get the flowers more in the center because, I'm putting those V-Flex appliques around it, and just wanted to make sure you could see the flowers. They weren't being like really covered up. And I'm telling you, this looks like, what is she doing? But it really does turn out good. And now that I sort of look back on it. Oh my gosh, what was I doing there? So do you guys like music through the whole video? Because I have not learned how to do that yet. And I'm just wondering if you like music or you like the silence. Let me know in the comments what you guys like. Okay, so here I'm sort of putting the appliques on to see how it looks. I have one more. Trying to figure out, you know, what's more pleasing to the eye. And I wanted the center with florals. So I guess that's where I decided I'm going to put it right here. And get everything sealed down. So I did lose some footage on this video. It's just really frustrating because I just don't know how that happens. So I'll have to explain to you when we get there what I did. But here I'm using the black paint and I'm going to be adding gold. Now this gold I purchased, I believe I purchased this at Michael's, and it is like just watery, like the paint is on the bottom. It's really weird. So I was like, oh, I can't use this. I don't know if it's old, but it was not good. So I had to switch it over to that one, which is the full art. It's called Treasure Gold. So, you know, I like mixing it with the black, and it gives it just a really rich brown tone, like maybe like what we would really see a violin look like, but then it has a little bit of gold in there. I love this color. And you can't really tell as I'm painting it, it almost looks black. But when you get it in the light, you can see that there's this gold in there. And it's more of a brown color than a black. So sort of very dark and moody to me. What I feel you would find in maybe an old Victorian home or a old library. I don't know, you know those old wood tones? I was thinking more like I was trying to think like, you know, where men would go and drink and smoke. I can't remember what that's called, but you know, they had all the rich tones in there. I'll think of it. Maybe not here in this video, but I will think about it. It will come to me. Oh, is it called a speakeasy? I don't know. You guys let me know. Is it a speakeasy where they would go and drink and smoke? Okay, so I got those painted. I put them aside. Now I'm starting with a clean paper because I don't want to dirty my violin. And let's see, just cleaning my brushes a little. Oh, I'm going to be painting the handle, yeah, with that same color. And I paint the back of it. I don't know if I have that on video, but I do paint the back to match. That little thing that's sort of poking out there. So I'm just touching up and drying, making sure everything looks okay. Okay, so now I have my appliques. I think they're almost dry. It looks like I'm drying them a little bit more. These almost look like a music note, don't they? I'm going to use my Gorilla Glue. I'm using the Gorilla Clear Grip. Good stuff. It's 100% waterproof. I don't know what the rest of this says. I need my glasses. Permanent bond, it says. Molds in just seconds. So I'm using that. Trying to adjust them, curve them the way that I want them. I think I end up moving that one in a little bit once I get the other one on. Yeah, there we go. Trying to get the glue, the excess glue off. And I think it might have been a little, the shape was a little off because I could not get these like really even. But I wasn't going to worry about it because, you know, I do nothing perfect and I don't expect anybody else to do anything perfect. So I was fine with it. I think it just makes it better, the imperfections. So I have some butterflies there that I had painted. I guess that's one of the things that didn't show up. So I bought these bags of plastic butterflies from Temu. I bought like 4 or 5 of them. And so I took 2 and painted them black. That I'm going to put on this violin. Trying to figure out where. Yep, and then right there. And right there. Just to sort of balance it out there. So I think the next step, I'm going to seal it. I'm going to seal it. I'm going to use the Liquid Tex gloss varnish. And it is glossy, but it's not a high gloss. It's one of my favorites for sealing my projects. So I'm just going around it. I'm even like hitting the appliques with it just to get them sealed. Giving it a quicker dry. What do you guys think? I think it's looking pretty. So I'm going to go around the violin. I want to do like the line there, like a string with this bling. I don't guess that's what it's called, a bling roll. I don't know. This stuff is amazing and also one of my favorites. And if I find it, I purchased it from Amazon. If I find it, I'll link it. So I went around. This is the clip, the stuff I lost. So I went around it with the bling. And then I added a line of bling, and then I put a totally dazzled cross there at the end. Now I'm just going over everything with the rub and buff and bringing out all the little details, giving it that dark and moody vibe. Doing the butterflies, using my fingers. So there we go. Almost done. Let's see. Oh, it's just going over a little bit. Okay. You guys wait for the final reveal. Here's our project number 2. And it's going to wow, I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Can't think. But it's going to go with the first project, I guess. So I've got those butterflies. I have 3 or 4 bags. And so I'm just placing them on this picture frame that I purchased from Goodwill. And you guys, I see these all the time. So I know if you guys go, you can find one because they're there all the time. So I'm just sort of placing them there to see how many I need, just to give it the look. And I'm just randomly putting them there because, you know, I don't want no rhyme or reason. I want it to look like just a bunch of butterflies landed on this picture frame. So putting my gloves on. And I'm going to use that same paint color that I used on the violin. And I'm just going to paint each one of these butterflies. And yes, it was a little time consuming. And so I cut some of it out because, yeah, it would have been really boring watching me paint all of these butterflies. But I really like these butterflies. I don't know any more projects I could use them in, but maybe something will come up. So I'm using the same print again. It's the Misty Garden. And I printed it in a 5x7 so that it was smaller. Normally they're, you know, you can get it in an A4 size. So there we go. So I'm gonna add that to the frame. So sorry about the ring light. See if they're showing in the glass. I don't know how to avoid that. I see I still had some sticky stuff on there from the sticker. Here's all my butterflies painted. And like I said, I'm just going to be randomly putting them on this frame because I want it to look like a bunch of butterflies just came and landed. And I'm using my Gorilla Glue and just randomly placing them all over this frame. I did cut some out. So there's no rhyme or reason, just I wanted them all, you know, mismatched, crazy, not in a row. So I'm continually going around this picture frame. Oh, I'm trying to fly away. One more. So, and I am going to go in the inside of the picture frame on the glass and add this bling. I'm just trying to make them look like they go together, the violin and the frame. Like a matching pair, sort of. And I gotta clean the glass. I keep seeing that little sticker residue on there. One fell away. And they weren't like dry yet as I'm trying to work on this. So they were, you could see them moving and I have to like put them back on, and but I just didn't want to stop. So here I'm trying to dry them a little bit to get that glue to hold. What do you guys think? Do you like this project? Is it something you guys will try? I'm just curious if it's something that you guys might like to do and give it a shot. I mean, it jazzes up a picture frame. Old boring picture frame. I mean, I could put a picture in there of somebody that I love. Maybe my dog, my grandkids, my husband. Or I could leave it like it is. So I had a few people asking me if I sell my products that I create. And I'm going to have to start doing something because I'm getting so many that I just don't know what to do with them. So I think I'm going to add them to my website. It's bflex.shop. I don't have them yet, but I do plan on adding them. And I will be creating, I'm hoping close to the end of every month, doing a whatnot auction. So those are pretty good because you can get stuff at a cheaper price because, you know, you start your auction at a cheaper price instead of what you would sell it for. So I'm going to try to get that set up. So if anyone's interested, just stay tuned. I'll add it to the upcoming videos and to the community tab. So I'm having to cut these. You know, it's hard. You can't go around with one string of these because they twist on you. They don't lay right. So it's just so much easier just to cut it in the sections that you need. And you can get them to lay right. Yeah. And then I had to use these tweezers because the glue gets on my fingers and then they want to stick to my fingers. Okay, so now I'm using the good old rub and buff. I'll be going around the frame and each butterfly. I mean, it just really brings out like all those details. It's amazing what rub and buff can do. And I guess any paint could do it. So just going around in each of those butterflies with some rub and buff. You can't really see it here, but the butterflies each had like a little different type designs on them, like ridges or lines or something, you know. I hope you guys like this video. Like I said at the beginning, this is one of my favorite projects. The violin and this. I think they're just gorgeous. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave me a comment. I love seeing your comments. And I'm responding to everyone, so please take a moment and do that. Especially if you liked it. So there, you're getting a really pretty good idea of what it's going to look like. Clean it up a little. You see them still moving. Almost like a real butterfly, huh? Moving there. Just going around the edge again. Bringing it out. Okay, I think we're almost done here. Ready for the final reveal. Here we go. Here's the final reveal. We have our before of the wood cutout, and here's our after. How gorgeous is that, guys? Tell me. Here's the before frame, and here is the after. And I just want to thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate it. I mean, from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.